Someone is talking to you right now. You're nodding along. You're making the right facial expressions at the right moments. And then, somewhere in the middle of it, you realize you haven't actually heard a word they've said, because part of you is still on the screen you glanced at 30 seconds ago. Nothing dramatic happened in that moment. No one raised their voice, no conflict, no argument. But something was withdrawn from that relationship right then, without consent, and without either of you fully noticing it happen. That withdrawal has a name. I'm Paulin Blaise Ngweth, creator of The Digital Rat, a systematic body of work on sovereign human performance in the attention economy. This is Uncaptured. Episode 4, Relational Debt, present in the room, absent from the moment. Today we're talking about where attention debt lands hardest, and on people who never signed up to carry it. We've talked about how this debt accumulates, how it erodes your cognitive capacity, how it shapes an emotional baseline you didn't choose. This is about where it lands last and maybe worst. The people sitting across from you, who are quietly absorbing a cost they never agreed to pay. Here's the definition. Relational debt is the cumulative erosion of presence quality in your relationships caused by the continuous division of your attention between the people physically in front of you and the digital stimuli constantly competing for that same mental bandwidth. It's not one missed conversation. Nobody's relationship collapses over a single distracted moment. It's the compounding effect of thousands of partial ones. Thousands of moments where you were technically in the room, but not actually in the moment. And unlike financial debt, nobody sends you a statement for this one. There's no notification telling you the balance is due. The people closest to you simply absorb the cost, quietly, one half-present interaction at a time, often without ever saying anything about it. Let's break down the 3 ways this shows up. First, phubbing accumulation. That's the technical term for phone snubbing, glancing at your phone while someone is talking to you. Each individual glance feels completely harmless in isolation. It's just a second, just a quick check. But every single glance sends a small, repeated signal to the person in front of you, whether you mean it to or not. You are less important right now than this screen. No single glance breaks a relationship, but thousands of them, compounded over months and years, quietly redraw the entire foundation of how connected that relationship actually feels. Here's what makes this particularly hard to catch. Nobody remembers the specific glance that mattered. There isn't one moment either person could point to and say, that's when things changed. It's cumulative in the truest sense. Thousands of small, forgettable withdrawals, none memorable on its own, adding up to a balance that eventually becomes impossible to ignore, even though no single transaction explains it. Second, depth erosion. Conversations get shorter. They get shallower. And it's not because people suddenly have less to say to each other. It's because the habit of fragmented attention doesn't stay neatly contained to screens. It follows you offline, into every interaction you have. A mind that's been trained to skim a feed skims conversations too. It reaches for the next thing, the next thought, the next task, the next glance at the phone, before the current moment has even finished landing. Third, substituted intimacy. Parasocial connection, with creators, with influencers, with online communities you're part of but have never met in person, starts to fill the space that the harder, more effortful work of real relationship used to occupy. It's easier, it's lower risk, it's always available 24 hours a day, and it never requires you to be vulnerable in the way real connection does. But it's a substitute. It was never designed to be a replacement. And the debt shows up as real relationships that start to feel thinner, quieter, more distant, even as your online connection feels, paradoxically, fuller than ever. There's a specific reason parasocial connection feels so easy by comparison. It asks nothing of you. It can't be disappointed, can't need something from you at an inconvenient time, can't sit in an uncomfortable silence waiting for you to say something honest. Real relationship requires all of that. Over time, the frictionless option starts to feel like the reasonable choice, simply because it costs less, even though what it actually delivers is worth far less too. So why does this keep happening? Here's the structural truth. Platforms are not designed to complement your relationships. They are designed to compete directly with them for the exact same finite resource, your attention. And they are winning that competition by design, not by accident. A notification is engineered quite literally to interrupt a face-to-face moment more effectively than that moment, on its own, can hold your focus against it. It's not a fair fight. It was never supposed to be. This isn't a lack of love, it isn't a lack of commitment toward the people who matter to you. I want to be really clear about that because this is where people internalize the most shame. It's a structurally unequal contest for attention that you never actually agreed to fight using rules you didn't write against an opponent engineered specifically to win. So where does that leave us? Being physically present while emotionally somewhere else is not a character flaw. It is the predictable result of a design that profits, directly and measurably, every single time your attention leaves the room you're actually in. The failures of presence that show up as distracted conversations, as shortened attention for the people who matter most to you, as a quiet, gradual erosion of closeness you can feel but can't quite point to. These are not personal deficiencies, they are design outcomes. And design problems have design solutions. It starts with recognizing something simple: presence. Once you actually see how it's being taken from you, is something you can decide deliberately to protect. I'm Paulin Blaisenweth. This has been Uncaptured, conversations for minds that refuse to be owned. New episodes coming soon.